Hey, good morning, everybody. I say morning, it's almost noon. It is May the 2nd, I do believe. Saturday, we wanted to come and give you another update, as we always do on Saturday, or most of the time on Saturday. Let you know what was going on. I don't have an awful lot to show you today, other than a few things that we'll get to in just a minute. But give you an update here at Moore's Corner Diner. I'm not used to saying that yet. But I wanted to just come to you live and let you see what was going on. I think last week we might have shown you that we have insulated between the two floors already. We insulated the attic space as well above the two apartments. There's a lot happened this week, but it's been a lot of things that maybe you can't see, like the HVAC upstairs. I'm not going to take you in the attic and show you that, but we have been able to get the HVAC, the old systems out, and the new systems are put in, but they're all above the ceilings upstairs in the attic. So, but all that's been going. There's been a lot going on. We've ordered a lot of things this week, trying to get some things happening. I want to say thank you right off the bat. Last week we had put out, the last couple of weeks, asking people for if they have any memorabilia of downtown Cedartown, some of the old plants that was here and all that kind of stuff. And we've had a great response. We've had a lot of folks call us. They've sent us some photographs, and I think Jennifer had posted a couple of them from maybe down at Rome Plow, and a lot of folks had commented and told us who was in those pictures. And we appreciate all that information and keep it coming, because it's what we would like to do. And I can show you this in just a minute. And again, I apologize. I run back and forth, and I don't know what I'm going to say till the camera's on. So we don't edit these, obviously, as you can see. But it's kind of neat. We've had a mason in this week once again. Jennifer, be careful as you come down those steps. But what I want to show you, the reason we're asking for, again, just overlook our mess, because we're still in the mess phase right now. But things are beginning to come back. We're beginning to close up some openings. The mason's going to be working over here this week. We're going to put in some arched openings in a couple locations for this hallway that we're forming. As you can see, I showed y'all last week that we had laid a masonry wall down through here. This is going to form a new hallway. So if you park in the back, you can come up through here. But the reason we're asking about the memorabilia in this hallway back here, because it is 50, 60 foot long, we're going to have a wonderful canvas along this wall in this hallway to put a lot of old Cedartown memorabilia. As a matter of fact, Alicia brought us, and thank you for that. She had brought us a letter, well, actually it's not a letter sweater, but it's an old sweater that Mr. Maben had. Those of you that's from Cedartown, y'all remember Jim Maben. He was my principal at Cedar Hill. But she brought us a photograph, a picture of that school, and along with a sweater from back in the day that said 7 AAA region champs. And so we're going to, any of those kind of things, we want to be able to highlight the things of Cedartown, downtown Cedartown, the schools and all the schools. It doesn't matter if it's high school, elementary school, middle schools. So we appreciate y'all's input on that, because we want to load this place up with that nostalgia. Again, I'll show you while we're in here. We'll go around outside maybe. You can't really see, well, you can this one over here. These used to be windows where this piece of plywood is, and that one over there. We've closed those in with masonry. Relayed the brick in those. This used to be a door with a window beside it. This is also closed up now out of masonry. So we're beginning to make strides to get things going in the right direction as far as putting things back. Right now it still looks like a bomb exploded in here. There's a lot planned for this week. So we're hoping this next week when we come live to you that we'll have a little more talk about. But y'all have already seen where we framed up the bathrooms. This will be a little waitress station right here, corridor, 2 restrooms back here. I'm sorry? Yeah, the waitress station. This will be a place where we will have a lot of the to-go orders. So if you call and you order a pizza, it'll probably be waiting on you right here. That's the goal right now. It may change later on. But you can see all this red plywood, heavy, heavy, heavy. But I've never seen red plywood before. But what this is a 1 hour rated plywood that'll have to go up on these ceilings, fire rated. Yeah, Jennifer's correcting me. I just say 1 hour rated because I know what it is. But this is plywood that has been specially treated. It will not burn for 1 hour against flame on it. So I have to have a separation between the bottom floor and the top floor because the top floor has living space. So this will be the separation in between the two. So hopefully by next Saturday when we come live, this will be all up on the ceiling. So when you look at it next week, don't think we're going to have red ceilings, because we're not. This is just red plywood that'll be a separation between the two spaces. So we're looking forward to getting that up this week, get it off the floor. You can see right down through here, we have furred these floor joists up to get them level with the floor. So when we come back in and we put a 3/4 inch subfloor on it, everything will plane out and be level. We had to do that because there was so many layers of flooring on this. I don't know if Jennifer can turn the camera around to give you a better feel for what I'm talking about. But like over here along this edge, you can see we had a layer of 3/4 old 1-bys, and then we had a layer of 3/4 inch plywood that was put on later. Then we had a layer of flooring. Then we had another layer. Somebody had come in and covered the old floor up, put another coat of floor on it, and then put another layer of floor. So you can see how thick this floor is. So what we done is we have in this section, because I wanted to make sure it was really clean and back, over the years behind this old soda fountain and that kind of stuff, because of the spills and all that kind of stuff, we just tore it out completely. And now we're bringing it back up so we're nice and clean and everything will be in good shape. But we had to fur those floor joists up. As a matter of fact, not only did we have to fur some of those floor joists up, you can see that we had to replace a few where we had a little bit of rot and damage over the years. So we replaced some of them and had to fur them up. It's been a pleasant surprise that we have found a couple old drains under here that we didn't know were there, which is fantastic. We've got to camera those and see where they go, but I'm hoping we can use them. But yeah, things are still going. I know right now things look like it may be very slow, and they kind of are, but there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. There's a lot of things happening above and underneath that you can't really see, and without crawling through there and showing it to you guys, it's hard to do. But the HVAC up top's been done. We had the power turned off on the upstairs this past week so we can swap those panels out and get that done. So things are headed in the right direction. So hopefully next week we'll have a better feel. You'll be able to see this going and some other things that's going. But I appreciate you guys tuning in and keeping up with us, and we look forward to coming back to you next week. Now, next week is a big deal. I want to remind everybody that next week, next Saturday, what's it called, Jennifer? I'm sorry. The May Mixer is what it's called downtown. There'll be a lot of vendors. There'll be a lot of things going on downtown next week. I would invite you and encourage you to come out and come downtown and see what's happening. You know, each week as we come down here and we go live on these videos, if you haven't shopped downtown in a long time, I would highly recommend that you come down here and give it a try one Saturday morning. Like yesterday, I needed a pair of shoes, and I went across the road over here to Stephen Casey's at Holmes. He fixed me up in just a few minutes, and I was out the door. We went this morning when we went over to Rehabs and had a long conversation with her. It was a wonderful day. We've got a new herb store right here on Herbert Street that's really cool. Y'all go check it out. There's a lot going on down here, and next week there'll be no exception. Like this morning down at Cedartown Nutrition, Eli and them's having a pop-up. I don't know what you call it, but just they've got a lot of purses, a lot of stuff down there that is there today. So if you would come and check it out, there's a lot downtown. There's a lot going on, and town is beginning to grow. So I would love to see all you guys come down here and support the May Mixer. Next week, it's put on by the city of Cedartown. There's going to be, I don't know, 20-something, 30-something vendors, I think, between food trucks and just crafts and stuff. So y'all come and support it, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Hopefully we'll have a little more done, and we'll keep you up to speed. So thank you guys for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye.